Jenny Young, and we'll start with Roby Creek 2 years ago. And my family was at the start line, and my mom, my dad, my brother, and then my boyfriend Tom. And he was really excited for me because he just didn't really know about races and training for him, and he'd gone through the training with me, and so he was really excited to just see how I did, what the whole event was about. So I ran it. I didn't do my best time, but then at the finish, Tom was just so excited. He couldn't believe I had done such a thing. He couldn't believe anybody did it. And so then after that, Tom decided, I'm running Roby Creek with you, and I'm gonna beat you, was his thing. And I knew he couldn't because he wasn't much of a runner, but I said, okay, bring it on, try it. And so we'd go running and lift weights and do all that stuff, and he was really excited to do it. So actually the day before our wreck was his birthday, and we were in Moscow, and we went out on the campus and we ran, and he got dressed up. He had aviators and headbands and high socks, just looking like a dork to draw attention to himself. And so we did a run, opened his presents, and just had a great day. And then the next day we got in our wreck in Cottonwood, and Tom was killed instantly, from what I heard. And I had a lot of injuries. I broke my C2 vertebrae, which is the same one Christopher Reeves broke. I broke a collarbone, a rib, a couple fingers in my left hand, and then I broke both my femurs clear in half and my left ankle. So then after my wreck, and in the hospital too, I had told doctors and nurses, and I said, well, I have this race coming up, and you got to get me better because I got to run it. And they said, oh, you're crazy, no, and no, I'm gonna do it, and Tom wanted to do it, I'm gonna do it no matter what for him. And so I got home, all my muscles atrophied. I lost about 30 pounds when we could finally weigh me, and I had to relearn to walk just because I'd lost all my muscles. With my wheelchair I could walk, and I told my mom I need to get on the treadmill. I've got Roby Creek coming up, and she said, no, I don't want you to do that. And finally I convinced her, and my plan was to just walk it as far as I could, and then wait for those emergency vehicles to come pick me up when I thought I couldn't make it anymore. And so we were walking and we're just talking, and we got to mile 6, and I said, oh my gosh, that was pretty easy. I think we can do this. And so we just kept walking, and they kept their arms bent so I could use them as a crutch when I needed. And it got to the end. I remember that I thought I was gonna cry, and I never cried, but I was overwhelmed with this feeling of just, wow, I did it. And my main focus was Tom, was just that, I did this for him. And I just kind of thought, what he's got to know, and he's got to be so proud. And I was sad too because I knew he wanted to run the race and finish, but so it was kind of a bittersweet moment, I would say. Sad, very sad, but very overwhelming too that I had actually done it. Ultimately, my goal this year is just to run it again and feel good about it. So yeah, running I think is my release, my stress reliever, my time to myself. And now after my accident, running is even more important because it saved my life basically. And that's what my surgeon had told me, that my heart and lungs were so strong from running that it withstood the shock I was in long enough. So what other reason to run?